Okay, you guys, happy Thursday. I just wanted to get on here because I'm ready to start connecting with women who have decentered men. That's ultimately the plan for me. I am not here to work with women who are still hanging on to the system. I am ready to start connecting with women who have decentered men. That's literally it at this point. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just ready to start connecting with women who have decentered men. That's literally it at this point. That's it. I know that a lot of women are not at this place of sovereignty, and that's totally okay because we all play a role in this thing, and everybody is not going to go to the next level. Unfortunately, we do have to leave a lot of you women behind who refuse to decenter men. And individuals like myself who are on this sovereignty path, we're not we're not we're not here to save the patriarchal system. We're not here to save women who want to continue on with this system. And if unfortunately there are women still out here who want to get married, who want the experience of marriage and to say that I got married and I have a husband, I really feel for you. But women like myself who have gone through the experiences that we've gone through and we've gone through the healing and we've realized that we're not going to participate in this, we're done. I'm definitely done with this system. I'm done with you men. Um, I'm done with the whole entire patriarchal system. I'm done with you male centered women. I'm done with you pygmies. I'm done. That's it. A woman like me who has reached this point, we've gone through a lot, we've seen a lot, we've experienced a lot, we've healed from those experiences, and we're done. There's nothing else that you men can teach us. There's nothing else that you men can teach us. That's it. We're not looking for validation. We're not looking for completion. We're already there. And shorter terms, women like myself have created self love for ourselves. We don't need to look for it in anybody else. I really don't have to get with a woman, you guys. I don't have to, but I want to because that's been my end goal since the beginning of, I can't say since the beginning of time, like I knew what the beginning of time was. It's been my end goal since I was a young girl that I was gonna get married and have a wife, and that's been my vision since day one. So I at least want to have that experience. But typically, women who choose to be sovereign, we choose to either go down this path alone and or we choose to connect with other women, not in a romantic way, in a platonic way. And then for some of us, we do sometimes choose to have relationships with the same sex. I would like to have that experience with women. I would like to have my romantic partner, and then I would also like to connect with women who have decentered men. So that's where I'm at. I should change my name to Sovereignty Goddesses Akina, but I don't think it's really going to make a difference. And as you can see, certain women who have reached this certain level of consciousness and stuff, we typically move a certain type of way. All of my friends are either goddesses or they use the name goddesses or empress or something like that, or uh, radical women. Like one of my friend girls, her TikTok name is Radical Woman. We tend to use very unique names. Our names are not normal on TikTok. All of my friends have a very unique name, and all of them are 4B, and they have decentered men. Do I believe that my wife could be a part of the 4B movement? Yeah, yeah, I think she is. I think she's a part of the 4B movement. But anyways, I just wanted to get on here to share this because I think it's going to be important for you guys to understand that a woman who gets to this place of sovereignty, that's it. There's nothing else needs to be understood. I'm not looking for completion from men. I'm not looking for completion from anybody. I've reached this place because I'm here. And I really don't need men trying to destabilize or dim my light. And this is why I've had to decenter men. And I don't need a man just coming in and trying to take from me. Really anybody knock me off my independence journey and sovereignty path. I don't need that. And I don't want that kind of energy in my energy space. And I know men have a very hard thing accepting that there are women out here who um, do not want to be knocked off their path. Men just cannot see women as human beings and their own identities. And this is why I would never ever date a man. Even if I were into men, I would never date a man because it's all you men try to do. You just want to knock women down, destabilize them, dominate. I don't need that weird masculine energy in my energy space. Um, yeah, I just can't deal with that. Actually, when you men do come into my space, I'm very irritated by your energy field. Like, go away. Like, there's plenty of pygmies out here who would love for you to just have your way with their energy. I can't afford that. I move a certain type of way, and I want to continue to stay that way. Why I think it would work for me to connect with other women because women pour into women. You men don't pour into anything. You take. And I can't have that energy intertwined in my energy field because number one, it takes a very long time to heal from that. Number two, it's chaotic, and I can't deal with you masculine. I can't deal with the masculine chaotic energy. Just always harboring in my energy and trying to take and destabilize because you're threatened or intimidated by that. And a lot of you men are threatened and intimidated by sovereignty women or women who are on a different path than what you're typically used to dealing with certain women. I know for a fact what's protecting me is most of you men will never reach this level where women like me are at. You'll never get here. And the few men who are here, they're very rare and very exceptional. Outside of that, I am ready to connect with women only who have decentered you and they're done with this system. And I'm ready to start building with other women. That's all I'm ready to do. That's it. I'm just ready to start connecting with other women who are at this place. That's it. I don't want anything else from you men, or any of you women who are still hanging on to the system. I am ready to start getting these tiny homes built for single moms and women who are ready to move forward in the matriarch of energy. That's it. Well, you're still going to need a man to build these tiny homes. Not really. Not really. I know women contractors, and I know women who own their own contracting business. And I think it would be great to get women to come in and do this, because a lot of, you know, a lot of men would only just come in, and it's for safety reasons. Why it has to be women. For safety reasons, it has to be women to come in and do these jobs. Especially when you're talking about off the grid tiny home building, and women being there, we have to look out for safety things. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to get on here and share this. Is my earbuds connected? I think it is. I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta log in the class, you guys. Take care of something, and anyways, feed my son. You guys have a good weekend. Take care. Be safe. I had to submit some papers off for class. So I'm gonna get back to watching my X-Files series. That's what I've been watching all day today, really all week. I'm gonna get back to watching my X-Files series, but yeah, that's where I'm at, you guys. I know that a lot of women are not going to get to this place of sovereignty, because you guys still want to be able to say that I'm married, and you still want to be able to say that at least I got a husband, at least I walked down the aisle. I don't care about that. If you're still with that mindset, you're not ready for sovereignty. The only way you're going to get to sovereignty, you got to let these men go. You got to walk away from them. You got to completely decenter them. No babies, no sex, no nothing with them. And if you're not ready to let men go, you don't even need to claim 4B. And the reason why you don't need to claim 4B is because I told you, ladies, these men are never going to change. Do you honestly think these men are going to let the patriarchal system go for you and me? Come on now. You think they're going to do that? Do you think they're going to put in the work to be evolved men? It's never going to happen, ladies. These men had 6,000 years to get it together. How much time do they need to be evolved men? They're never going to change. They're never going to let this system go. And they're never going to see you as human beings. They're right now trying to get your rights taken away and put you back in subjugation. So why do you think you're going to get anything different from this situation? The only women who are truthfully free are women who are done with this system. And I mean absolutely done. They're going to choose to live a sovereignty life alone. Not necessarily lonely, alone, without a man, without a husband in the house, without children. They're going to have their friends, their family, and their pets in their circles. That's living a sovereign. I live a sovereignty life. Everybody's not going to walk this path, and everybody can't, because it's a very misunderstood journey. My spirit is not to be intertwined with this old patriarchal nonsense. It's not meant to go along with that path. Everybody's journey is the same here, especially women who are on the sovereignty path. We all may be walking the same direction, but our experiences are similar. But women who choose not to evolve into sovereignty, well, then you go back to the patriarchal system. You'll never grow, you'll never evolve. Your life is always going to be oppression, subjugation, depression, and abuse. It's all it's ever going to be on that path. Women like me who have chosen to walk off that path and go a different direction, we're not even a part of what's going on out here. What am I saying? I'm never getting off the 4B journey. Ever. This is where I've evolved to. Typically, women who have gotten to this point, they've experienced a lot. We are considered the crones of the divine feminine. Yeah. Like it's gonna have to take millennium women to fix this shit. Because that's who makes up the 4B movement. With the exception of Gen Z. If you men don't evolve, you're gonna get left behind. If you women don't evolve and you continue to stay a pick me and male centered and all this stuff here, it's gonna be the death of you. I'm telling you, it's getting ready to happen. These men are gonna start taking you out. These low vibrational men are gonna start taking you out. It's already happening. They're self-annihilating here. There was a guy here, a black guy here, who had some explicit conversation with a young minor. He went into a warehouse and offed himself. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not here to scare anybody who has a son. Marticide rates, DB rates, particide rates are about to go up. Femicide rates are about to go up. Because as this matriarch of energy continues to shift in civilization, because what you're seeing is a complete shift of societal norms, and civilization is shifting than what is expected. In other words, as more and more women choose themselves and set higher standards and boundaries, these men are going to just start getting more crazy. They're already threatening to can't say that word. They're threatening to, yeah, I can. They're threatening to unalive their parents, themselves, and everything. You're going to start hearing about more family annihilators. Men just taking out their whole entire families, pets and whatnot. As things continue to shift, these men are trying to stop the shift. You can't stop what's happening, men. You can't. This is a spiritual thing that's happening, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unfortunately, a lot of you are going to get taken out of here because you're not going to be able to handle what's going on. And that's why you're terrified, and that's why you're panicking. Because you're trying to latch on to whatever feminine energy you can for your survival. Why? Because I think judgment is here. And I think the male reckoning is upon us. And 4B was the beginning of the male reckoning. We're not even in the meat of this yet. Remember, ladies, when I talked about all these men who are out here doing women wrong, their subconsciousness would remind them of that. Well, that's what's happening. These men's subconsciousness they're being faced with their own subconscious and karma spiritually. The reckoning is here. And they're crashing out because they don't know how to handle not having access to a woman. So what they're doing is they're taking everybody out with them in the process because they don't know what to do and they don't know what's coming towards them because they don't have any hindsight. A lot of you men don't have no hindsight. You're not spiritually in tune with yourself or with God. So you're just running around like a bunch of ravaging animals, unhinged. There's nothing you can do, men, about what's happening. I've been preparing for this for over a decade. Mm. You're really fighting your inner demons. Remember when I said that there would come a time where these women who would not start holding men accountable would start getting taken out of here? Yeah, that's going to happen too. And the children that you women are having where you're not holding these men accountable, this is how bloodlines get cursed. Everything's going to get taken out of here. I don't think you guys understand what's going on here. Well, number one, the return of divine feminine is coming. And biblical scriptures, that is Christ consciousness, the return of Jesus Christ. It's really the return of the matriarch. It's the return of divine energy, promoter energy. You guys have no idea what's getting ready to happen, do you? Well, get you some popcorn because it's definitely about to be a shit show. And it's not going to be pretty. Ladies, my advice is to start getting your seeds and getting your things ready for your gardens, because as society continues to collapse, your survival is going to count on it. And if you don't have any idea how to survive without these systems, you're going to be in trouble. You do realize these systems are going to collapse, correct? Okay. Long as we have that understanding, you need to go and get prepared. I would advise you to get those big gallon jugs that, the water comes in, and start filling it up with water and have it stored around your house. Get your seeds, get whatever you need for gardening, because you're going to have to learn how to garden and grow your own food. You're also going to need to know how to do canning and how to live off the grid, off these systems. This is all planned and orchestrated to happen, you guys, because these people want to get rid of the useless eaters. And they say there's too many people here. And I can't get off into the in-depths of this, but what I will say is, according to biblical scripture, we're in end time activity. And if you're not prepared, you're not going to make it.